Hi guys, I hope you're okay and that you had a lovely Easter. I'm just going to show you a few pole exercises that we've got up in the school at the moment. We've got quite a lot of young horses in. We've got 2 4-year-olds and 4 5-year-olds in. So at the moment they're really working on lots of poles to try and encourage straightness, rhythm and steering. Okay, so once they've mastered these, then they'll be allowed to go on and start jumping. But at the moment we're not jumping for obvious reasons. Okay, so the first little exercise we've got up, sorry my phone goes a bit weird when I zoom. So I've got 2 rails, okay, can you see those 2 white rails? There's one there and there's one further down. They're set on a 21-yard distance, and the idea of that is that you can adjust your canter pattern. I'm sure this is something I've done with all of you in the school. So you can come down there on 5 in a normal canter, you can shorten up to 6 or 7, or you can lengthen on to 4. Okay, so that's the first exercise we've got. The second exercise we've got here is a trot exercise. So if I just walk up the school, and if you can see, a lot of the rails that we use at home are flat rails. So they're actually fencing rails, and I've just painted them white, and then we use them. And they're really good because it doesn't matter if they stand on them. So here we've got trot poles. So that's 1 stride and 1 foot between those. But you'll also see that I've got them up on little raised blocks. So they're really good because they don't move when I'm in here schooling by myself, but also it just makes the horses pick the feet up a little bit more. Steering exercise we've got here, we've got a little channel of the white rails, and then if we go round the corner, we've got another little channel. So that's really good for being able to ride a proper corner in a straight line. So that's another little exercise that we've got out. And if we go over here, we've got multi-purpose poles, so trotting and cantering. So these are 3 strides between each one. And again, I've got them on the raisers, and they are alternately raised as they go down. Good thing about the raisers is round poles are quite difficult to use as ground poles, if you like, because if the horse treads on them, the pole can roll with them and they can actually do themselves quite a lot of damage. So it's quite nice to have the raisers down just to stabilise the poles. So that last exercise, you could trot 1 trot stride in between each pole, or you could canter and they'll almost jump like a little bounce. In this corner here, we've got 3 poles going round a turn. They're in the middle, so at the grey section, they're on 3. But because of the fact that they're like a fan, we can either make them longer or shorter by coming in or out of the poles. And this is just 3 poles going around a turn, so that's really good for getting the horse's outside shoulders under control. The next line we've got, these are cavaletti. They're on a 3 stride distance between each one. So we just want to work getting the horse to stay in a rhythm and not throw itself or launch over the cavaletti. Now these cavaletti are very old fashioned. You can see that they're just on a cross. And a few years ago they were virtually banned because they weren't very safe. So I've still got some, but only I use them. I don't really use them with customers, because if they did roll then and a customer fell, I could be found liable. So I use them, but I don't use them for customers. Okay, walking up the school, we've got a more modern version of a cavaletti. So these are ones that I'll use with clients. And these are, they look like a figure of 8 on the end of them. So if I just zoom in, you'll see what these are. So these are a little bit safer. They're much harder to roll. And if they do roll, they just go a small way, okay? The really, really posh cavaletti, if you want to Google them, are the Ingrid Klimke cavaletti, but I can't afford them because I'm poor. So the exercise we've got here with the blue and grey poles, if I just stand back so the sun's behind me and you can see, and I'll zoom a bit and hopefully it won't go fuzzy on me. There we go. So we've got, ooh, it's gone a bit weird. We've got a circle, okay? So this can be used in lots of different ways. Obviously you can just trot or canter around the circle and you're just trying to keep your rhythm, keep your turn, keep your horse's balance, stay on the correct leg. Or what I do quite a lot of is add in little 10-metre circles. So I'll go over one pole, do a little 10-metre circle, come back over that one. Or I'll do figure of 8s coming through. Or I'll change the rein over the pole and do a little circle on the outside. Okay, so there's lots of different ways that you can use exercises. That cavaletti exercise I've got down on the far side on the 3 stride, quite often I'll zigzag in and out of that. So I won't necessarily just go straight down the exercise, I'll have a little zigzag. Okay, so these are just a few things. Keep you thinking, keep your brains going. Quite a nice idea if you research some different pole exercises as well. Okay, take care, see you soon, bye.